Hey guys, so it's been about 12 hours. 12 hours, so if you look, you see we clearly do not have milk anymore, right? We have something that's pretty solid. Now at this point, you have yogurt, right? So you can actually serve this as is. So like a lot of the yogurt you get in the store, like the cheap stuff that you feed to kids and stuff, is this yogurt. And the reason why it is this way is because it's like when you're mass producing anything, if you add an extra process to it, it makes it more expensive, which is why you pay for Greek and generally you pay a bit more. Now, the only difference between this and the Greek version of it is that the Greek version has less whey in it. So so that's what we're doing right now, is we're gonna drain the whey out, and it's gonna give us a much more solid yogurt. But as you can see, it's edible as is right now. It's clearly yogurt. So there are really two things that affect how thick your yogurt comes out. The first is how high you heat it and how long you keep it at the high temperature for. So the longer you keep it at a high temperature, like say 180, the thicker your yogurt is as a baseline. And it doesn't matter how thin or runny your yogurt is, you can always make it thicker by straining out more of the whey or the liquid. And but if you seek to get your thickness exclusively through whey, by draining out the whey, you can lose a lot of your end product, right? The most efficient way is to heat your yogurt up first so that the proteins are thicker by as a baseline, and then you can further thicken it by draining out some of the whey. And if you drain out too much whey and you find that you don't like, because you can actually over drain it, the solution is actually really easy. You just add some of the whey back in. And normally once I get to this point, I just tip the rest of it in. But all I have here is just a pot with a colander inside and lined with coffee filters. So you can use coffee filters. We like them because they're compostable as well. Or cheesecloth if you have cheesecloth. And then I'll just stick a lid on it and throw it in the fridge for a couple of hours. And it doesn't even have to take that long. You can normally drain it to a pretty good consistency in about 2 or 3 hours. But like me, I don't really like. I'd rather just like throw it in the fridge and forget about it and come back and deal with it like sometime this Savo. And if I have over drained it, then I'll just add some whey back in. That's why it's not a massive deal if you drain too much of the whey out. If you want to loosen the yogurt up a bit, you can just add some of the whey back in. So once I get done with that, I'll just throw the lid on and then go put it in the fridge in the garage and just ignore it until this afternoon. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like after you've drained out some of the whey.